you're doing well. I had a meh day today, you know. I had a meh day, but hopefully you guys had good days. I'm just kind of chilling right now. Oh, hold on. Let me plug in my computer. I shall open up Umineko. What are 4 new items? Oh, hold on. Oh. Oh, it's from Steins Gate. Oh shoot. Let me look up the
どうだエンジ
oh god, I scared myself. Answers. How's it going?
メダルはいっぱい集まったか
何枚くらいあるだろうね。
さあね、後で数えてみましょうね。もうだいぶ大勢から問題をもらったみたいね。
お母さんたちに問題をもらったら、あとはいとこのみんなだけだと思う。
そうかそうか。よし。
Seems like I'm too late to discover this channel though. Hello, Anya. Or Anya. Castelloni. Why are you too late? Oh, cause we're at like the end of the answer arcs, you mean? Yeah. I do have a YouTube if you wanna see my reactions to everything. I'm still uploading my playthrough. I'm a little bit behind. So if that's what if you're only interested in reacting to Umineko, I have that if that's what you're interested in.
難しいぞ。
みんな同じこと言ってたけど、私たちが解いてきちゃったもんね。
I can check that up later. Oh, for sure.
だから私とエヴァおばさんでメダルをいただいちゃう。
その意気よ。じゃあ私から問題を出そうかしら。
I'm scared of Kirie. There are 3 girls. I'm the oldest. Rika isn't the oldest. Miyako is a liar. Nipa, the oldest of the 3 girls, is speaking the truth. So who's the oldest? Well, we know Rika's older than... Rika isn't the oldest, and so... Only the oldest is speaking the truth. Only the oldest. Okay. I think it means Satoko is, because if she's the oldest, then Satoko can't be lying or has to be lying about this. And that would make Rika the oldest. So I think Satoko has to be the oldest. Even though Satoko isn't older than Rika. But let's ask Ava. Let's see what Ava says. Maybe I'm wrong.
典型的な嘘つき問題ってやつね。おばさん得意よ。
得意なのは嘘をつく方だけどな。
Wow, I didn't think Dad's ears could stretch that far.
一人だけが本当のことを言ってる。
Yeah.
そして他は全
So I
員
think it has to
嘘を
be
ついていると
Satoko.
いうこと。だから二人の言い分が本当になるような解釈は間違いってことね。
よくわかんない。
Wait, I'm wrong?
も
I
っと
looked
ヒン
it
ト
up
欲しい
just in case and I was
私
wrong!
のヒントはここまで。あとはエヴァおばさんと相談してごらんなさい。
エヴァおばさん。
ポイントはリカね。リカはミヨコが嘘つきだと言ってるわ。ということは、
Oh.
ミヨコが本当のことを言ってるならリカは嘘つきだし、ミヨコが嘘をついて
She's
る
my
なら
favorite
リカは
character.
本当のことを言っている。
I don't know if I have a fave.
つまり
I made a tier list.
矛
Hold on,
盾し合う
let me
二人は
check what my
確
tier
実に
list
どちら
was.
かが嘘つきで、同時に確実にどちらかが真実を語っているということになるわけ。
Where did I put my tier list? Maybe I put in game stuff. Sorry, I'm looking at my Discord. There we go. My favorites in general is like I love Angie, Natsuhi, and Maria. And I love Byato, but I'm a little scared of her. She kind of like Yasu. When I figured out who Yasu was and stuff. Oh, thank you for following. I appreciate it. When I figured out who Yasu like was, whenever I see them, I get freaked out. Like whenever I see Shannon or Cannon, I'm just like, oh my god. I'm a huge George and Goda hater. Like I don't like them at all. What about you? Who's your favorite character?
さすがエヴァ姉さん、そういうことね。嘘つき問題では矛盾する証言同士はその中のどちらかが真実であることを確定。その時点で聡子は漏れるから嘘つきが確定。もう答えが出ちゃったわね。
Oh, that's why. I'm a dummy. It has to be. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, best handle, Castelloni. Oh, maybe that's who you're.
Rika!
Isn't that a character in the game or something? Or am I like stupid?
正解。
Oh, hi, Golden Sorcerer. I hope you're. Or not, you're not Golden Sorcerer. You're Strange Coincidence. I misread your name because you're freaking. It was my fault. Hello, Strange. I hope you're doing well. I misread your name because the colors remind me of each other. I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
さすがエンジェちゃんよ。
I hope you are doing well, Strange.
娘はこんなに賢いのに、間抜け
That
な
was
父
the
親
World
の
War
顔
II
が見てみ
Beatrice's
たい
surname.
わ。
Oh. I'm doing good. Good. I'm glad you're doing good.
間抜けで悪うござんしたな。お見事だぜエンジェ。全部の組み合わせを考えてみたのか。
ミヨコが一番年上だとすると、本当のことは一番年上しか言わないはずだから、これじゃあ
その通り。じゃあ聡子が一番年上の場合は？
そうするとミヨコを嘘つきだと指摘するリカが
Yeah, I missed
やっぱり
that.
だから
I'm a little
リカが一番年上じゃないと
silly
ダメなの。
little dummy.
よくできました。
Good thing I double checked my answers.
これが私からのメダルよ。おめでとう。
ありがとうお母さん。
次はルドルフね。どんな問題を出すのかしら。
じゃあ俺も同じ嘘つき問題を出そうかな。今度はもうひとひねりいくぜ。
This time, Miyoko, Satoko, and Rika are all wearing masks. None of them know who is who. We'll have them write on paper so no one can recognize the voice of the girls. The girl on the right. The girl in the middle is Miyoko. The girl in the middle. The girl on the left is Miyoko. Girl on the left. The girl on the right is Satoko. Of these three, Miyoko is speaking the truth. So the girl, oh. Yeah, the girl in the middle is Miyoko. Yeah, that makes sense. So who are the three girls from left to girl? Miyoko is in the middle. Wait a minute, no. Oh, fuck. We Professor Layton now. Satoko and Risa aren't necessarily lying. Girl in the middle is Miyoko, the girl on the left is... Girl on the left is Miyoko. Girl on the right is Satoko. The girl on the left is... From left to right, so the right is Rika's. Yeah, Rika. Wait a minute, no. Oh, the girl on the right. The girl in the middle is Miyoko. Miyoko has to be the girl on the left, right? Girl on the right is Satoko. The girl on the left has to be Miyoko, and then the girl on the right is Satoko. Okay, I think it's E. Let's ask Ava. I think it's E.
覆面かぶってて、ミヨコ以外は嘘か本当かもわからない。これ難しい。
そんなことないわ。
Yes, god damn it, yeah.
おばさんはもうさっきのお母さんの問題よりこれもっと簡単よ。
どうして？
ミヨコ以外の2人は何を言ってるか信用できないから、ミヨコは絶対に嘘をつかないんでしょ。
ミヨコは嘘。
じゃあきっとすぐにひらめくはずよ。
誰がミヨコか。わかった。
エヴァ姉さんの言うことは素直に。
おばさん優しくて頭良くて、だから言うこと聞くの。
今度からナスやピーマンを食わすときは姉貴に手伝ってもらわねえとな。
Ew. Okay, let me double check my answer. Oh, I was right! Yeah!
ミヨコはわかった。左の子がミヨコだって、右側と真ん中の子は自分がミヨコだったら他の人がミヨコだなんて嘘はつかない。
その通り。ミヨコは正直者のはず。だから他人がミヨコだなんていう時点で
そうなると右側と真ん中の子はミヨコじゃないから、そしてミヨコは本当のことを言ってるんだから、右の子がサトコというのも本当になる。
となれば残る真ん中の子は素晴らしいわ。
ケロッと解かれちまったな。エンジェ、お前は母さんに似て本当に賢いぞ。
Dad rubbed my cheek and hugged me.
これで俺たちの問題はおしまいだ。
いいエンジェ、人生にはこれ今はエヴァおばさんが助けてくれるから頼ってもいい。でもね、人生の問題のほとんどはあなた一人で解かなくちゃならないの。その時に
I don't think I've ever had an
それ
eggplant
まで
maybe
助
we'll
けてくれ
try.
た人
I
の助言や
personally
恩を
don't like
必
eggplant
ず思い出
at
すようにして
all.
ね。 エヴァ姉さん、エンジェをよろしくね。
ええ、もちろんよ。
Even though the cousins were the only ones who hadn't given us puzzles, Mom spoke as though I was leaving on a long, long trip. Weird.
行きましょう、エンジェちゃん。あと少しでこのゲームもおしまいね。
いっぱいのメダルでおじいちゃんは何をくれるのかな。
何かしらね。でもそんなものよりももっと素敵で楽しいものを私たち
何の話？
みんなエンジェちゃんとこうしてお話ができてとても
何のことかは変なおばさん。
ごめんなさい。さあ行きましょう。あとはいとこのみんなとベアトリーチェでおしまいかしら。
何？こんなところに呼び出して。エンジェの話？
いや、
Do we finally get to learn who Balor's mommy is? Rudolph put a cigarette in his mouth and toyed with his lighter. Though he should have done this easily, he somehow managed to mess up several times.
俺はこいつを、いや、猫箱の中に姉妹軍人のつもりだった。明日の晩まで口
Tell
に
me
チャ
the
ックをして
truth
りゃ
now,
そうで
you
きる。
two-timing man.
簡単なもんさ。俺は今夜殺される
This
だろう。
he always says
そうい
this.
う話さ。
知ってたわ。あなたが何か隠し事をしてる
Why might he be killed today?
そうかい。じゃあ俺の修行もまだまだだな。
エンジェの話じゃないならまさかアスムさんの話じゃないわよね。
バトラの話だ。
同じような話よ。私はバトラ君には大人の対応をしてきたつもりよ。アスムさんの子であっても私はエンジェと分け隔てなく接してきたつもり。ちゃんと我が家の子供だと思ってるから安心して。
我が家の子じゃない。俺とお前の子だ。
悪いけれどそこだけは区別させてちょうだい。
Wow, even in the best version, where everyone's supposed to be the best version of themselves, Kirie still doesn't do that.
違う。俺とお前の子なんだ。
So Kirie is Battler's mommy?
なんですって。
Wow, and she still didn't accept him. Pff.
死産したのはお前じゃない。アスムだ。あの時お前とアスムとの二股を清算できず、俺はどうかしてたんだ。
まさかまさか。
アスムと俺は籍を入れていた。
No, we never found this out.
お前とは浮気の関係だった。そしてアスムは死産して、俺の頭はしっちゃかめっちゃかだったぜ。
Holy shit, he actually... That's crazy. I don't even understand how this happened still. He switched them. I mean, how Rudolph did this. I don't know, he's rich. Rich people can do anything. The sin Rudolph committed when his mind was at his most chaotic was switched the two babies.
あの頃は今以上に金回りが良かったからな。若かったから。無理も無茶もしたぜ。札束でしばきながら病院を脅して。
Yeah, see? Rich people, I knew it.
入れ替えたんだよ。
But unless Kirie was like immediately out, the babies are separated after you give birth, and they're put in this like big room with a bunch of babies, because they have to like make sure they're like, babies are really sensitive to like bacteria and stuff, especially when they're first born. Oh, but you're right. You forgot it's a stillborn. You're right. You should be like, let me hold my baby. Oh, I didn't even think about that. You're right. Maybe he did it in the like, okay, you know when they have to unclog the nose and mouth in their like breathing system. Maybe when they were unclogging it, he was like, here, fucking switch them right now, and then give them the you know what I mean, like, and so they like ran to the hospital rooms and gave Kirie the stillborn. I don't know. We're just gonna have to use our imagination. if Kirie had a child, Rudolph would have maintained two households. However, if Kirie had a stillbirth and the child who survived was Asumu's, that would settle everything. Damn, that's crazy that he did that though. The stillbirth might have even given him a chance to break up his relationship with Kirie. Damn, he was trying to get away from her and then he ended up marrying her anyways. That's crazy. It was a grave sin, one that simply couldn't be forgiven as an act of youthful enthusiasm and immaturity. That means he really loved Asumu that much more.
だから俺はお前たち3人に
True that.
謝らなきゃいけない。アスムには血のつながらない赤ん坊を押し付けた。あいつはおっとりしてるように見えて案外鋭かったからな。ひょっとしたら気づいてたかもしれない。でも自分を母と慕うバトラーを最後まで愛情たっぷりに育ててくれたよ。
And in Kirie and Balor's cases, he had to atone for an even greater sin. He stole every moment of every family life that they should have shared as mother and son. Till this very day, Kirie had believed that Balor was Asumu's child. Though she had acted kindly towards him on the surface, she'd always kept a distance in her heart between herself and Asumu's son. Finally, his conscience had been unable to bear seeing her like that. Kirie sank into the couch, unable to speak.
俺を罵ってくれ。いや、この場で殺してくれてもいい。俺はそれだけのことをした。これが猫箱にしまい込む前に俺がバトラクすまんバトラ。
By the way, if you failed that last riddle, you would have never known.
気づけば随分とたくさんの人に
Well,
問題を出
that's
してもらっ
why
たもんね。
I double check everything. I double check on my answers because I know we get extra dialogue if we get them right. Rudolph, why?
あとはジョージお兄ちゃんとジェシカお姉ちゃんとタトラお兄ちゃんとベアトリーチェだけだね。
お、やっと来たぜ。
待ちくたびれたよ。
Ew, George.
僕たちのことを忘れてるんじゃないかと心
I
配したよ。
wish I could forget. Finally, we challenged George and Jessica and Nate-chan.
お待たせしたわね。二人ともとびきり難しい問題を用意できたかしら。
私たちは2人で一つの問題を出すことにしたんです。
Boo.
あらあら、それは一問でもおっかないわね。
エンジェちゃんのために用意した特製の問題だから頑張ってね。
解けるもん、絶対解けるもん。
じゃあ早速ジェシカちゃん、あれを並べよう。
ほいきた。
They placed 3 small, colorful cubic boxes on the table.
このうちの2つはびっくり。残りの1つにはメダルが入ってるんだ。
エンジェちゃんにはどれにメダルが入ってるか当てられる。
ヒントがなかった。こんなの
そうだね。このままじゃただの運試しの3択だ。確率はつまり3分の1ってわけだね。
ジョージ、これじゃクイズじゃないわ。本当にただの運試しじゃない。
問題は後々。話を続けよう。
さあエンジェ、この3つの箱のどれにメダル直感で選んでごらん。
Red box, a blue box, and a green box. There's no way to know which one it's in. It really is a test of luck. In a way, this is even worse than a hard puzzle. After all, if you solve a hard puzzle, you always be right. But in the very beginning, I picked the almond with a 1 in 15 chance. Compared to that, a 1 in 3 chance is 5 times easier to get. No point worrying about it. Might as well test my luck again.
じゃあこれ。
赤い箱。じゃあこの箱をエンジェちゃんの前に置こう。この中にメダルが入ってるといいね。じゃあまずは小手調べ。その赤い箱の中にメダルが入っている確率は何分の 1？
3分の1。
正解よ。
Are they gonna do the
これが
stupid
本当
probability
に
thing?
純粋な運試しだとした
I
ならね。
hate that. I don't agree with it.
いいのかエンジェ。本当にその赤い箱でいいのか。この後エンジェにそれを開けてもらうわけだけど、もしびっくり箱だったらすっごいびっくりするぜ。
Jessica and Nate-chan grinned threateningly.
いいのかい？本当にその赤いメダルは青い箱かチェンジするかい？
Not fair for them to scare me like that, not after I already made my choice. And I know all the boxes have the same probability of having the metal in them. Whether I try to open the red box or change my mind, try the green or blue boxes, the probability will be the same. So stick with your first choice is my motto. I'll stick with this red box. I won't change my mind.
この赤い箱でいいの。私はこれにかける。
いい動機。でも本当にどれくらい怖いか一個見せてやるからな。
Jessica and Nichan laughed creepily, then opened the green box. And then bang, pumpkin monsters and ribbon candy came flying out of the box. It scared me a little. No, that's a lie. It scared me a lot. If that came flying out of the box I opened right on my face, I might fall to my knees and start crying.
エンジェ本当にその赤い箱でいいのか
I know, this is the stupid thing where you're supposed to switch, and because you're supposed to have a 2/3 chance with the new one instead of the old one, but I don't agree with
すっ
it.
ごく怖いのが飛び出すかもしれねえぜ
Come on, I've never seen Monty
やっぱ
Python.
り青い箱にチェンジした方がいいんじゃねえの
怖くない。演者は赤い箱でいいの。
さあこれでさあここからが問題だよ。
どっちの箱にメダルが入って
エンジェちゃんの前にさっきからどっちを開けた方がそれが問題さ。
Well, the blue box. But I'm gonna double check. Yeah, it's the blue box.
あ
I guess the person who's asking knows what the answer is. Always switch. What happens is it's when they reveal one that they know it isn't the grand prize of, so it reduces the odds of the remaining because it's a 2/3 chance or whatever. I don't know. I
青
just
い
found
箱
this
の
the
方
other
がいい。
day.
それはどうしてかな。
エンジェちゃんがアーモンドを当てたアーモンドが一つだけなら当たりの確率は15分の1なわけよね。
うん、15分の1。
Figured that out when the cake first appeared. I thought that waiting for a lot of people to get wrong ones would make my chances of winning higher. But in the end, no matter when I ate my slice, the odds were still 1 in 15.
でもねエンジェちゃん、実はあのケーキ使用人の人たちも食べてて、
あれ？
今日はお祭りだもの。使用人の人だけケーキなしなんて意地悪でしょ。だから本当は20切れのケーキがあったの。それを使用人分5切れ抜いて15切れにして飾り直して、そこからエンジェちゃんに選んでもらった。エンジェちゃんが選んだケーキの当たる確率は本当はいくつだったと思う？
If there really were 20 slices, then the chance would be 1 in 20.
でも使用人の人たちはアーモンドの入ってない場所を知ってたから、そこをつまり彼らはハズレを5個間引いてくれていたというわけだから、確率は20分の1じゃなく15分の1になる。
ハズレを間引いたんだから、その分当たる確率。
同じことが今ジェシカちゃんは君が選ばなかった2ということは、君が選ばなかった方の当たる確率もその
分かったような分からないような
If you remove a losing box, it's only natural that your chance of getting the right one go up. And just not, well, I don't know if I'd call it natural. I don't agree with this theory of probability. Just now, Jessica and H-Chan removed a losing box from the pair of boxes I didn't choose. So it doesn't make sense that my odds of winning those boxes went up.
よくわかんなくなってきちゃった。
いやエンジェちゃんはすごいよ。6歳で確率論の事後確率を理解しようとしたんだからね。確率は面白いよ。
No, I hate probability. Just know the answer to the mighty Python, but I'm like, okay, believe in magic then. I don't get it, but okay.
高校や大学に入ったらきっと好きになると思うから、いっぱい勉強を楽しんでね。
My little head was already filled to the brim. Bewildered, I had to beg Aunt Ava for an explanation. She wore a bitter smile too. I bet she doesn't really get it herself. As we felt a sense of connection through this failure, we happily grasped the medals we had wrangled out of them. Per 2 for 2.
エンジェちゃん、ちょっとこっちへ来て。
I don't like you.
何ジョジョお兄ちゃん。
George and Jessica were calling to me from the window. Aunt Ava was talking with Mom and the others. Since it looked like they'd be a while, I went over to them.
何？
もうすぐクイズ大会もおしまいだな。
あとはバトラお兄ちゃんとベアトリーチェでおしまい。なんだかさっきから眠い。
Probably because of the adult drink that I swiped from Dad. Yeah, this bitch drank some alcohol. I felt floaty ever since I drank that. That floaty feeling keeps getting stronger and I've been feeling sleepy for a while now. This is where George reveals he's a saint. Lucy cries out being an insult again? Yeah, no, thank you. I gave a huge yawn.
眠い？
ソファーがあったら寝ちゃうかも。
そっか。じゃあもうじきこのパーティーもおしまいだな。
Lucy cries. Oh yeah, I already wrote that. I'm a silly little lad. The party will end if I fall asleep. I just want to take a nap while everyone else kept having fun.
僕たちのさっきの問題、難しかったか？
未だによくわかんない。それに眠い。
あれは事後確率ってある特定の情報を知ることで、あるいは知らないことで確率が変動することを言うんだよ。
Did George call me all the way over here to lecture me on math? For some reason I feel even sleepier now.
もし10個のケーキの中にアーモンドが1つだったら当たる確率は 10% だね。
Ever considered a face play the house in Fata Morgana? Yeah, I actually have that game. It's on my list of things to play next. So for sure, I thought that was an age game. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's a... I've heard a lot about it. Well, I don't know anything about the story. I just heard it's really good.
それが実は100個のケーキの中から適当に選んだうちの10個だと教えられたらどうなると思う？10
分の1どころか当たる確率は100分の1だと思うよな。
エンジェちゃんが選んだケーキはエンジェちゃんが何かを知ることによってエンジェちゃんのケーキの中に当たりが生まれるかどうかの確率が不思議な話だと思わないかい？
その話難しそうだからもうやだ。
George, no one asked you about this math. It's on an age and it's so good. I better follow from the beginning if you plan to play it. Yeah, for sure. I was thinking, I was like, you can join my Discord. I update when I go live, but I'm thinking of when I'll play it. I can play it. I'll play it after I finish Umineko for sure. I'll add that to my next one to put on the list. So I'll do that.
いいから最後まで聞いて。
Jessica's voice grew a bit stern. Wait, what did she say? Oh. As young as I was, I couldn't understand what this was all supposed to mean to me.
僕が君に伝えたいのは、だからこれだけは忘れない。
何？
これから未来、さまざまな情報が君の手の中のケーキに干渉する。それらを知ることで、君のケーキの中身はさまざま。それは時に望むもの。でもおそらく、それらのほとんどは
真実はいつだってエンジェの手の中にある。誰かの言葉や誰かが期待する真実を耳にすることでその中身が変化するなんてバカらしいと思わないか？
君の中の真実は最初から君の手の中にあるんだよ。そしてその中身は実は君自身が決めているんだ。君が何を聞き何に耳を覆うかで君自身がその中。
意味がわからないと思うぜ。でも理解して。6歳のエンジェにはわからなくても12年を経ればきっとわかるから。
A very serious expression. She's so cute. expressions on their faces. They grasped my shoulders as they spoke. I don't know what they're trying to tell me.
君の手の中の真実は不変じゃないんだ。それは君に対する様々な干渉で変化してしまう。だからもし君がその手の中の真実を大事にしたいと願うなら、
その真実をエンジェが自分で守るんだ。それを忘れるんじゃないぜ。
あとはお兄ちゃんとベアトリーチェの問題でおしまい。
そうか、あれだけ大勢いたのにもうおしまいなんだな。
どうであったか？
They're saying don't listen to that bald motherfucker. Listen to your heart if you want to change your suitcase at the end of the deal or no deal. Oh my god. Ugh, that's so funny.
今夜のパーティーを楽しめたか？
楽しかった。でもちょっともう眠いかも。
そうね。あれだけはしゃいだもんね。
I rubbed my eyes. I must have gotten really excited, but whenever I get excited, I'm always tired afterwards. Right now, I'd rather have a sofa to lie on than medals.
わらわもとっておきの問題を用意したが、どうする？眠いようならばやめても良いのだぞ。
ここまで来たから頑張る。
Oni-chan and Byato lapped up my yawn.
もうお開きの時間だな。
うん。エンジェよ。わらわの問題はまた今度にしよう。そのような寝ぼけ眼で解けるほど優しくはないのでな。
やだ、せっかくお兄ちゃんたちのメダルも欲しい。
I'm just so sleepy. She drifted over to the chair in the corner room and plopped down onto it. Then she closed her eyes and sat there like a doll. Didn't take long before the cute sound of her breathing in her sleep could be heard. When she saw that Angie was finally asleep, Beatrice spoke softly.
みんな、静かに。エンジェが眠ったぞ。
When she spoke, the peaceful chatter that filled the room fell silent. Everyone looked down at Angie's sleeping face. Each of them wore an affectionate gaze as if they just watched a baby finally drift to sleep.
エンジちゃん、楽しんでくれたやろか。
当然であろうが、今はそこまでは感じぬかもしれん。しかしやがて今夜のパーティーのことを思い出し。
そうだな。
私たちもエンジェちゃんと遊べて楽しかったわ。
By this point, everyone was standing in a wide circle around Angie as she slept. Now that the guest of honor was asleep, this hollering party had reached its conclusion.
さらばだ、我が孫よ。おじいちゃんが12年ぶりに遊べて嬉しかったぞ。私のことを何も覚えていなくてもよい。傲慢なる暴君と記憶してくれてもよい。だがたまには目に入れても痛くないほどに可愛がっていたことも思い出しておくれ。
思い出しますとも。エンジェさん、あんたの人生は長い。12年を経てもまだまだ長い。その人生が有意義なものになることを祈っております。
君が後宮家全員の最後の孫で娘だ。私たち全員が君の幸せを祈っているよ。
エンジェちゃん、お元気で。幸せは見つけるものでなく作るものです。思い出も実は同じなんですよ。
そうだな。年を重ねて思い出し、初めて意味を知るということもあるものだ。
わしのこの愛嬌ある顔、たまには思い出してや。わしらにとってあんたに思い出してもらうのが何よりの供養なんや。
いやね、死ぬわけじゃないでしょ。猫箱の向こうというカーテンの向こうに行くだけじゃない。
せやな、カーテンなんてもんやない。今と同じや。
エンジちゃんはすやすや眠っとる。わしらはこうしてすぐ近くにいて、それを見守っとる。わしらはいつだってそばにおるんやで。
All of them still wore warm smiles, but the sound of sniffling came from several places throughout the room. Stranger Discord, have fun with the game. Sucks I have assignment to finish. Can watch your stream right now. Oh, of course. Good luck on your assignment. Here, let me add your role so you can do stuff. The party wasn't only for the girl who wasn't able to be here this day. It was also for all those people who weren't able to meet her here, who never had the chance to say goodbye. Giving me Dr. 2 vibes. Oh, Danganronpa 2.
力強く生きろよ。俺たちの血が流れてるんだ。
Dr. 2. I was so confused.
絶対にその力はあるさ。
エヴァ姉さん、うちの娘のことをよろしくね。素直じゃない子だし、わがままで短気なところもある。きっと迷惑ばかりかけるだろうけれど、
私がきっと幸せにするわ。エンジェちゃんが望む限り必ずね。
エンジェ様、私の顔を覚えていなくても構いません。でもせめて私の料理の味だけは忘れないでくださいませ。
このクマさんのことも覚えていろとは申しません。でもせめてサバの絞り汁ジュースの味だけは忘れないでくださいませ。
Someone said when you feed her that and everyone laughed rightly.
本当に可愛い寝顔ね。まさに名前の通り天使の寝顔だわ。
天使じゃないよ。エンジェが最後の魔女、エンジェ・ベアトリーチェになる。
その魔法は彼女を幸せにしてくれるかしら。
白き魔女になるか黒き魔女になるか、それはエンジェが決めるよ。私はその両方を伝えた。
きっと彼女を辛い人生が待ってる。エンジェちゃんはきっと世界一自分が孤独だと信じると思う。でも私たちはあなたのすぐ後ろにいていつも応援してるからね。それを忘れないでね。
エンジェ、忘れるんじゃないぜ。自分も幸せも運命も作るのは自分なんだ。自分だけが決められる。それは誰かに与えられるものでも、そして誰かに隠されて探すものでもない。
I hope you're doing well.
それを忘れるんじゃないぜ。きっと伝わったと信じます。
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
だといいけど、僕とお嬢様の物語は絶対にエンジェ様にそれを伝えています。
ジョージさん、何かお言葉をかけられてはどうですか？
What's up? We're just chilling, playing Umineko.
僕から伝えたいことはもうあのびっくり箱の問題で全てだよ。
あの難解な問題から何かを汲み取ってくれるでしょうか？
わからない。でも彼女は聡明だからね。きっと何かを分かってくれるよ。
エンジェ様、あなたが正しき未来へ導かれることをお祈りいたしております。
One by one, they stepped forward and said the words of farewell to Angie. Then finally, Battler and Ryuto walked forward. Ryukishi laid it on so thick the feels.
エンジ
Yeah.
少しはみんなのことを思い出してくれたか。
Of course, Angie didn't answer in her sleep, but Battler continued.
確かに後ろ宮家はちょいと変わった一族だ。大金持ちだし、それをめぐっておかしな噂話も飛び交っただろう。しかしそんなのは全て島の外の連中の勝手な憶測だ。
幼さゆえに優しき思い出を記憶に留められなかったそなたを誰も責めはせぬ。しかしそれでも思い出してやれ。忘れることが罪ではない。思い出さぬことが罪なのだ。
俺たち全員エンジェをパーティーに呼べて本当に楽しかったぜな、みんな。
Everyone nodded at Battler's words. Everyone knew about the merciless and lonely life that awaited her. It was no longer possible for them to heal those wounds. There was one thing that they could do. Oh, very touching. It was to make her remember. Oh, I'm crying. What a kind, fun family she once had. To remind her that both today and into the future, they would always care for her and watch over her. Sometimes I don't hate Ryukishi.
言うまでもなく、これは幻想だ。そなたは1986、これはすべてゲームマスターのバトラが描いたそなたとわらわたちが一夜のパーティー。
でも思い出せただろ。みんながどれだけ優しくて本当のことを思い出してくれただろう。
Angie breathed softly in her sleep. Who knows if these words truly reached her?
エヴァおばさん、エンジェを頼むぜ。
私なんかに彼女の母親になる資格は
あるぜ。おばさん自身があれエンジェの母になろうとあんな。
でも私は結局。
いいんだエンジェ、よくお聞き。
Butler grasped Angie's hand, then took Ava's hand and joined the two hands together.
悲しい運命により二人が傷つけ合う未来があったこと、それはエンジェにとっても悲しいことだし、お前に心を開けと頼むのも、そしてエヴァおばさんにそれでもなおエンジェのために自分の悲しみに耐えてほしいと頼むのも。
そなたもどちらも悪くはない。
だからといってお前に何かを許せと。だからせめてただ分かってやってくれ。時間がかかってもいい。エヴァおばさんのこと分かってやってくれ。そしてたまには俺たちのことも思い出してくれ。
わらわのこともであるぞ。陽気で気立てがよく、容姿端麗、まさに女の鏡であるわらわのこともたまーにでいいから思い出し、朝昼晩わらわの名を唱えて崇め立てまつるのだぞ。
The relative smiled bitterly, apparently disagreeing with some of that last bit. Ava stroked Angie's cheek and spoke
お
one
ばさん
last
を許して
time.
くれなくてもいい。でもね、おばさんはあなたを憎んでなんかいないの。せめてそれだけは分かってね。
Ava wiped her eyes and slowly stood up. Hideyoshi held her shoulder, and Rudolph and Kide gathered around her too.
ゲンジさん、エンジェを横になれるところに運んでやってくれるか。
かしこまりました。ゲストハウスでよろしいですか。
ゲストハウスに一人ぼっちでは気の毒が過ぎよ
う。そうだな。客間のソファーにお願いできるか。もしも目が覚めて戻ってきたくなったらいつでもそうできるように。
Genji gently lifted Angie up and carried her towards the parlor. Everyone continued to watch over her as she left.
シャノ、カノイ、結局エンジェは何枚のメダルを集め。
17枚でございます。
そうか。ではこれを枕元に置いてやるとよい。
はい、かしこまりました。
Genji carried Angie to the parlor and set her down on the sofa. Shannon quietly laid a warm blanket on top of her. Cannon placed a message card by her pillow, along with that thing Kinzo handed them. The message card read as follows. Well, I'll be with you always, from the whole family. Aww. And there, right by her pillow, was the gift from Kinzo. Aww, a Beatrice doll. Angie, mumbling in her sleep, held it tightly against her cheek.
行こう。起こしてしまわないように。
姉さん。
Shannon thought she saw something glittering silver near Angie's eye. I think I missed one question and didn't get the doll, I think. Oh, really? Servants left and closed the parlor door. As Angie slept, she was wrapped up in the in the soft sound of the rain. Surely she was reliving that fun of the evening once more in her dreams. Seems like a good place to pause. After putting Angie to sleep in the parlor, Genji and the others returned.
ありがとう。よく眠ってたか。
はい。よくお休みになっております。
ここでの騒ぎは客間へは届かぬか。
はい、扉も閉めておりますし、客間には届かないと思います。
いい夢見ろよ。
You're done with the quizzes? Yep, I know. I did it. I'll head off for the night. See y'all next time. Okay. Good night, Felix. Hope you have a nice rest of your time.
さーて、しんみりしたお別れ会はこれまでであるぞ。
So you know who's Battler's mom now? Yeah. I also thought it was scummy how it took her, even though this is supposed to be everyone's best version of themselves, like, even in her last moments, right up until she found out who it was, like, she still rejected Battler as being her son.
さあ、ここからは
I was
盛
like,
大に
bitch,
行こ
there's
う
your
ぞ。
karma.
二次会だ。
But also, that's like insane that Rudolph did that. When Beata clapped her hands loudly above her head, a white flash filled the hall. We're on chapter 8 right now. Its entire appearance changed in an instant. The hall had transformed into a golden party chamber, with gold butterflies flitting about and gold leaf dancing everywhere.
さあ、ここからは賑やかに行こうではないか。
そういうこと。さあ、もう半魔法の毒素は一切なしと。みんな入ってきてくれ。俺たちのお疲れ様パーティーの始まりだぜ。
Oh, that's my favorite song. It's so good. Wait. Oops, I restarted it. I'm turning it up. With a burst of applause and cheering, a tornado of gold butterflies rose up in the center of the room. By the time it passed, the number of faces had grown significantly.
Miraiの魔女に幸あらんことを。そして過去の私たちにはねぎらいをですね。
でございますな。今宵は我らも楽しませていただきましょう。
今宵に限らず、いつも楽しんでおったではないか。
世の中、万事は楽しんだもの勝ちでございますよ。
さあ、七姉妹もいらっしゃい。煉獄の七姉妹、ここに。もうこれでゲームが終わりだって。
次回で泣かないの。もうこの泣き虫。バトラ卿、ベアトリーチェ様、お招きを感謝します。
6歳のエンジェ様の寝顔
Mia,
独り占め
it's
した
been so long. Literally!
私はお料理全部独り占めしたい。じゃあ私はいい男を全部独り占め。
そこでなぜバトラにしがみつく。離れんか泥棒猫。
よく来たな、煉獄の七姉妹。盛大に楽しんでくれ。
やはり彼女らがやってくると急に賑やかになりますね。
賑やか、大いに結構ではないか。それにまだまだ足りぬぞ。この程度で賑やかとはな。
Yay! Another gold cyclone rose up. In its wake, 3 people with bunny ears came into view.
シエスタ姉妹この得体、ここに。
このようなお席にお呼びいただけましたことを光栄に思います。全然遊び足りないうちにもうおしまいに。
それについてはわらわも同感であるぞ。しかし安心せよ、わらわたちのゲームはまだまだ続くぞ。
猫箱の中で永遠にな。よく来てくれたシエスタ姉妹。
バトラ卿、ご招待を心より感謝するものであります。我ら一同今後ますますに。
よせやい、そういう堅苦しいのはよ。今夜はブレイコーだぜ、ブレイコー。
そういうことにバトルは分かってるに。ダメです、410。羽目を外しすぎです。怒られます。
はーい、リーチェ、ご無沙汰ね。すごいわ、これだけ揃うのはいつ以来かしら。夏日の法廷以来ではないか。あの時は到底賑やかとは言い難かったがな。
賑やかと聞いては、
私たちの出番がないとは言わせない。
すげえぜ。一体何人いるんだよ。
この調子で増えたら僕たち人間の方が少なくなってしまいそうだね。
もう出てきて大丈夫だよ、サク太郎。うりゅー。バトラ卿、お招き預かり光栄です。
金券、光栄なるものと知りたてまつるものなり。
よく来てくれたな。久しぶりだぜ。元気だったか。
元気です。あなたたちと戦っている時が一番です。反抗士はもうやりたくないです。
金系、上司ドラノール、決済箱は山積みであると知りたまえ。
金系、我が悠久新生の決算に急ぎ切に望むものなりや。
相変わらず大法院暮らしは窮屈であるものよ。
バトラー卿、少しだけ残念なお知らせがあります。
どうした？
Later held out an envelope. It was one of the invitation cards that Butler had handed out for this night's party. The name on the card was Erica. She didn't come.
私たちも手は尽くしたのです。
That's so funny. The invitation was filled with stamps bearing the unreadable words of various foreign countries. Even without reading them, it's easy to guess that it had been returned to sender, destination unknown.
そうか、苦労かけたな。
忘却の深淵は住所なき無限の砂漠。ベルンカステル教以外の誰にも彼女の居場所を知ることはできないのです。
一応あの魔女どもにも招待状は大きいを聞かせて連れてきてくれりゃいいんだがな。
ベルンカステル教はね、自分に興味があれば勝手に寄ってくるが、興味がなければいくら呼ぼうとも姿を現さぬ。
そうね、あの子はまさに猫。餌は食べに来るけど決して頭は撫でさせない。
ラムダデルタ、お前は来てくれたんだな。
私こう見えても全然暇じゃないのよね。でもまあ一応ベアとの後見人だし、あんたの後見人も私、まあそんなわけでギリよギリ。ちょっと近くまで来たから寄っただけ。ああ、そこの子だ。これ手土産にいろいろも適当に盛り付けて出しちゃってもらえる？
For someone who just dropped by because she was in the neighborhood, she brought an awful lot of presents, which included colorfully wrapped bottles and food boxes.
ベルンカステルはまだ来ていない。
来ないんじゃない？負けたゲームにのこのこと顔を出す子じゃないわよ。
であろうな。何しろプライドの高い御人だ。
あいつにゃ散々な目に遭わされたような気もする。それでもこのゲームに関わったプレイヤーの一人のはず。最後のゲームの最後の夜をのんびり祝ってもいいのにと思ったんだが。
そうね、あの子がいなかったらこのゲームはこの結末を迎えなかったかもね。敵も味方もゲームを成立させるための絶対要素よ。
そうであるな。敵がいなければゲームにさえならない。
私は敗北さえもゲームの一部として楽しんでるけれどね。あの子はそうじゃない。仕方ないわ、いろいろあったから。だからあの子を責めないであげて。
本当は感謝するつもりだった。いろいろあったからお前がいなかったら今日を迎えられなかったと感謝しようと思ってた。
ありがとう。今度あの子に会えるのがいつかはわからないけれど、運が良ければ数百年後にはまた会えるわ。その時伝えてあげる。そうそう、それはそうと招待状がないんだけれど、今日はお客を連れてきたわ。
Is it Will and someone and Leon?
誰だ？心当たりには軒並み招待状を送ったつもりだった。
いらっしゃい、二人とも紹介するわ。
Yeah, I knew it. I'm a genius. When Lambda snapped her fingers, the empty air exploded and two forms appeared.
ウィラードではありませんか。
よう、相変わらずちっせえな。
知らぬ客人だ。彼らは何者である？
いててて、つねるなシリ。
まず自己紹介が先ではありませんか。多分この世界のバトラ君たちは
I kind of ship them.
服に片翼のわしがある。後ろ宮家の人間なのか。
後ろ宮リオンと申します。私の世界ではあなたとは仲のいい男同士です。
紹介するわ。奇跡的確率の世界でのみ生まれる後ろ宮家の次期当主よ。そこではジェシカは一人っ子じゃない、ミオンの妹なのよ。
そりゃ驚いた。そんな世界があるのか。
もしやそなたは。はじめまして、ベアトリーチェ。私はあなたのことをよく知っていますよ。私にとってあなたが幸せな笑顔を浮かべることは、今夜を迎えられたあなたを私は誰よりも祝福します。
そうか、そなたなのか。よくぞ来てくれた。
Beata realized who and what Leon was. The two of them stared at each other's faces as though looking at their own face in the mirror.
俺はウィラード。あんたの知らないゲームで巻き込まれたただの通りすがり。
彼は私と同じ大法院の異端審問官です。優秀でしたが、もう引退を。
そうか、ドラノールの友人なら悪いやつじゃないな。ようこそ、歓迎するぜ。
この二人は一体どこから？
ベルンが連れてきて駒にしたよ。用済みにされて潰されかけたところを私が預かった。後味が悪いのは嫌だってあうあうに言われてね。
大丈夫であるか。もし万一ベルンカステル教が
このゲーム版の上では私の駒よ。こんなところでひょっこり再会したらあの子がどんな表情を浮かべるか見て
よくわからんが、性悪なことを考えて連れてきたってことは理解したぜ。
私の手土産はこれで終わり。あとはのんびりくつろがちゃ。あとはホストのあんたに譲るわね。
さあバトラ卿、
あなたが告げなきゃ始まらない。
今宵の長きにわたるゲームのお疲れ様パーティーの始まりよ。諸君静粛に。我らが領主バトラ卿のお言葉であるぞ。
よせやい、それなんか恥ずかしい。
妻の大事な仕事であろうが奪わせはせん。
Ito sulked and handed Battler a glass of champagne. Come to think of it, everyone had a glass in their hands now.
マリアは子供なんだからジュースにしなさい。
マリアのシャンパンがいい。
ほらマリアちゃんも僕とお揃いのジュースにしよう。
バトラー、ぬるくなっちまうぞ。
同感で始めよバトラー。
異議はありません。さあこちらへどうぞバトラ。
Ronan motioned towards the center of the room. When Battler stepped forward, everyone silently awaited his words.
よく集まってくれたな。長かった俺とベアとのゲームはこれまで駒としてプレイヤーとしてあるいはゲームマスターとして関わってきたみんなを今宵は招待させていただいた。どうか明けぬ夜を存分に楽しんでほしい。
Cheers. Everyone raised their glasses to the heavens as they cheered, and afterwards the soft sound of glass clinking together rang across the room. Only I was apart from all that fun noise. Maybe I should pause here. I'm getting a little sleepy. I know I didn't play for very long, but we played earlier, so you know. We can get into the sad part next time. Slip. Same for slippy time. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching today. It was super fun. And we'll have to continue down all the games as I do, you know. Yeah, I'll see. I hope everyone has a... Oh, well, thank you for being here. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, I hope you guys take care as well. Hisoka wants to know your location. You know, Hisoka can have it. Sleep well. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time, okay? Have a good, rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. And I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye bye. Oh yeah, we got to a sad part last time. Only I was apart from all that fun noise. Maybe was what did it. Before I realized it, my cheeks were wet with tears. I was lying on the sofa, covered by a blanket. I can just barely remember getting sleepy and falling asleep in the chair. Someone probably carried me here. I can't actually hear them, but I get the feeling that everyone's still in the hall having a good time. I want to go there too. No, I will go. Over there. It's what I wanted all along, but I never took the first step. I'll go to where everyone is. My head still feels hazy, so there aren't any complicated thoughts in my mind, but that's okay. It's okay if my head's empty. I'll be together with everyone. I'll go to where they are. That's all that matters. I got up from the sofa and put on my shoes. Let's go. To where everyone is. The parlor door was shut. I tried to open it, but maybe because of my clumsiness, I couldn't get it open. It was a bit creepy, as though the bad dream I just had was still going on.
開かない。どうして？鍵はかかってないのに。
What about the key that you have? My mood grew darker and darker. The knob that locks or unlocks the door is on this side. If I twist it, it should be able to lock or unlock it. I turned it. The door went open. Did I accidentally lock it just now? I turned it. The door went open. I didn't open it last time, so it should have opened this time. I don't have a clue how I'm supposed to turn it to unlock the door. I kept on altering between turning the lock and roughly twisting the doorknob. I began to get irritated, wondering why they'd lock me away behind such an inconvenient door. Eventually, I ran out of patience and pounded hard on the door, but that noise didn't bring anyone to me. Why am I locked up in a place like this all alone? Everyone else is having a fun party right there in the hall. Let me out of here. At that moment, a cold wind blew past me. The wind rippled through my hair. Wind inside? I turned around to find the window curtain waving about. There was a sound like scraping or crying. At some point, the double window had opened outward towards the darkness. The icy wind that came through it told me that the window was only exit from this room. Huh? Suddenly realized that the darkness beyond the open window was glaring at me. My heart leapt. Jingle, a cute sound rang out. Finally understood that sound was the cat's bell. The glaring emerald eyes in the darkness were those of a cat standing in the open window. Its pitch black, luxuriant fur left only the eyes visible, blending in with the darkness easily. Did the family own a cat? It has a bell on it, so it can't be a stray. It's a cat someone owns. At any rate, the cat was standing by the window, staring straight at me. Of course, the cat didn't answer my question. I didn't think it was a cute cat, but I thought it might be trying to tell me something, so I approached it slowly. As I did, the cat did an about face, turning its back to me, then it turned its head to look at me almost as though it was telling me to follow it. And it leapt down into the darkness, leaving the jingle off its bell behind. When I peeked out the window, I saw the cat waiting for me under the pounding rain. I finally realized this window was the only exit out of this closed room parlor. The cat must have come to tell me that. No! The longer I kept standing around here, the longer the cat walked away in the rain. That's no good. I'll catch a cold. Climbed up onto the windowsill and went out the window. The wind was strong, the rain was cold, but I didn't get as wet as I thought I would. I might have been in the mansion's shadow. When the cat saw that I was outside, it walked along the wall of the mansion as if guiding me. Quickly disappeared into the blackness, but every now and then it would turn around and set the bell jingling to let me know it was there. Eventually, a window with light seeping out came into view. So the window to the hall. When I peeked inside, I saw everyone having a good time. I couldn't hear their voices, but they were all right there. Got on the window, but no one heard. Maybe the window was really thick, or maybe it was just noisy inside. Or it might have been so dark outside that I blended in with the darkness. In any event, no matter how much I hit the window, it didn't look as though anyone noticed. By this point, my loneliness was giving way to anger. Why don't you notice me? Why'd you lock me up in that room all alone? I've had enough. I'll get inside somehow and yell at everyone. When the cat realized that I had given up knocking on the window, it led me towards another jingle. But just where is this cat going? I know it's following the wall of the mansion, but that's not the way to the front door. The front door might be locked. I'm sure the cat knows the way into a mansion and is leading me there. Away from the light seeping in the hall and towards the blackness only lit dimly by the lights in the garden, the cat and I continued to walk. And I found it. An open window. The cat stood below it and looked between me and the window as though telling me to go inside. When I walked closer to pick the cat up, it slipped from my hands and flew into the bushes in a nearby flower bed. Though as it really had melted away into the darkness inside the bush, all traces of it vanished. No matter how much I strained my ears, I couldn't hear the sound of that bell. Suddenly, the wind changed directions, and the rain started to hit me fiercely. I can't stay in a place like this forever. Climbed up onto the windowsill and entered the room, and the window silently shut and locked itself. Good, that saved me the trouble of doing it myself. The room was completely dark, however, as my eyes got used to the darkness, I was able to make out a few things. It was a large room. There was a long table and many chairs. It was the dining hall. Perhaps because I realized this and relaxed, it quickly became hard for me to make out details. I searched blindly along the wall for a light switch, and I finally felt a familiar shape. Wouldn't it be annoying if I pushed this and the light didn't come on? Click. Fact is nearly the opposite. An annoyingly bright light filled the dining hall and made my eyes hurt. I slowly opened my tightly shut eyes. And then I saw the state the room was in. Is everyone dead? Yeah, I knew it. The dining hall was covered with blood. Here and there were humans lying on the floor. Then I realized that 2 of the people were my own parents.
やあ、盛り上がっているかい？参加者諸君。
盛り上がらない子は私たちが食べちゃうわ。
騒げや歌えや。
The hall was alive and mingling of humans and the magical illusions who lived on the island. At first, everyone stayed with their own groups, too nervous to mingle. However, as time passed, people started to move around, and both halves began to chat happily together.
とにかく言うことを聞かないのね、基本的に。
リーダーシップが大事だと思うんや。背中で語らにゃ部下はついてこんでいい。
それでついてくる部下なら問題はないのだが、一筋縄ではいかん。とにかくね、部下には舐められたらおしまいなのよ。たまには小さなミスをわざとらしくみんなの前で大声で叱責するのも大事だわ。
そんなのダメ。みんなに怖がられるだけ。リーダーはみんなの模範にならなきゃダメだよ。リーダーたるものはね、うんぬんかんぬん、うんぬんかんぬん。
This is after several rounds of drinks had gone by and everyone was unnaturally focused on the conversation.
キリエ！どうしてキリエは嫉妬すればするほど強くなるの？
人聞き悪いことを言わないで。私は欲しいものを逃さない。
I think Burncastle is trying to show her the like truth or whatever, and this is all the magic and stuff.
それを常に実践してるだけなんだから。
Pizza in the oven, 4 cheese rising crust DiGiorno, but I added cheese, pepperoni, bacon, bell pepper. Oh wow, that's so yummy. That's so much more stuff. I hope it tastes good.
さあさあ、お待たせしました。まだまだお料理は続きますよ。
勝手に当家のパーティーを仕切って。しかし悔しいですが、身のこなし全てに隙がありません。一体どこのホテルで修行を。
Oh my god, he's jealous.
仕方ないわよ。ロノウェ様は完璧マジだもん。
Basically turning into a deep dish should be delicious. He made me hungry.
これ焼き加減最高だってば。
The 7 sisters had blended with the party perfectly and they were making things interesting.
しかしですな、バンダイン20足で否定されつつも名作と呼ばれるミステリーは数多くあります。
別に否定してるわけじゃない。ミステリーなんて所詮は娯楽、楽しんだもん勝ちだ。
あのウィザードハンティングライトも随分と丸くなったものと知るものなり。
文学も娯楽も時代に応じて作法が変わることもあります。推理小説もまた同じということでしょう。
Everyone chimed in on Will's theory of mystery novels. There was no shortage of things to talk about.
確かに新人の心構えはそうあるべきだ。だがそれではいつまでも中堅にはなれるね。
しかしながら規則は遵守すべきものであると知りたまえ。そんなものは新しき新人が守ればいい。規則の新人用のテンプレートであることを忘れてはならんぞ。
そういうこった。ルールの外での働き方を覚えて、ようやくルールに縛られてるうちはまだまだ半人前だな。
私、仕事を人に譲るのも耐えられないの。私は強欲のマモン。仕事はみんな私が独り占めにしちゃうわ。
Mammy, go save Angie.
あなたいい
Or
根性
Ava
じゃ
at the
ない。
high. You have to invest in moon tourism.
煉獄の7姉妹ってお給金どのくらい？うちの主人の会社に入りなさいよ。推薦してあげるから。
The humans and the illusions were now very much on casual terms.
なるほど。これが魔女 その世界の。
そうにそうにカップのお茶をお皿に垂らし、両手の手のひらをテーブルに押し付けて、お皿のお茶を犬みたいにチューチューす
Oh
る
my
のが
god, is she just messing with
我々のお作法
Natsuki?
ね。
あんた何変なこと教えて。夏日も騙されてんじゃないわよスカポンタ。いい年して。こらサタン、夏日さんに向かってなんて失礼な。なんで泣き出すんですかサタン。私そんなに厳しく叱りましたか。
シエスタ4103、純粋な母に二度と妙なことを吹き込ま。大丈夫、後にならない程度に加減してありますから。
Porten started yelling about animal abuse, jumping around in circles and holding her butt.
私の王子様アズモはね、燃えるような恋がしたいの。恋をしたらマリアも素敵なお姫様になれるかな。
なれるとも。恋は奇跡だ、パワーだ、見え無敵の力を与えてくれるのだ。愛は色欲なんだよって言ってた人が、
きっと毎晩色欲三昧に違いない。
黙れハレンチ女とスケベジジ
The circle surrounding Vito is always a lively one.
わかるよ。その僕たちは誰かに命令されて初めて。
私命令がないと思う。
She's so mean.
誰か私に何か命じて
Literally.
じゃないと死んじゃいます。
そんな根性じゃダメだぜ。自分の生きる価値は自分で生み出す、自分で切り開く。
そうよ、絶対の意志を持たないとダメよ。私が人間やってた頃はそりゃあがむしゃらに生きてたわよ。
A bit shakily, Lambda Delta started talking about her theory of life. Apparently, she'd also had her fair share of champagne.
なんとも摩訶不思議な光景です。
そうですね。ドラノール様、おかわりはいかがですか？
Shannon still creeps me out the most. I don't know why. Probably because she likes George and she's Yasu.
子供ですので。
お、シャノンちゃんでいいや。ちょっといいかい。
Tyler came back into the hall. He was searching for a servant. The first one his eyes met was Shannon.
はい、パドラ様、お呼びでしょうか？
悪いんだけどさ、客間の。
客間でマスターキーでも開きますが、何？
いや、エンジェは眠ってるかなと思って鍵がかかってたんだ。
鍵ですか？私たちはエンジ様をソファーにお運びした後、扉は。
ああ、まさかエンジのやつ。
This, I knew that something would happen because this is Burn Castle's
自
tale.
分だけ仲間外れにされたと思って、うちがやれやれ。
お開けしましょうか？
そうだな、頼めるか。
Tyler and Shannon left the hall together. In the hall, Lambda Delta started suggesting that they all have another quiz tournament together. Apparently, the Witch of Certainty would be handing out prizes. Everyone seemed enthusiastic about the idea. Smiling contentedly at the ensuing uproar, Battler headed towards the parlor.
鍵がかかっておりますね。
I'm getting sleepy, to be
開け
honest.
てよろしいですか？
寝ていたら悪いからとノックはしなかったんだが、鍵を一度ノックするか。
Battler knocked on the door and called Angie's name. However, there was no response from the other side. He pressed his ear against the door, listening carefully, but there was no hint of Angie unhappily throwing a cushion at it.
一通りへそを曲げてからまた寝ちまったのかもな。
I'm gonna try and go as long as I can. But if I get too sleepy, I might pause and then stream later.
開けてくれるか。
かしこまりました。
I'll have to see. Sorry about that. I just like got hit. You know when you just randomly get hit with waves of sleepiness? Shannon took out her master key and unlocked the door. Then she stepped back to let Battler go through. Is she gonna stab him?
エンジェ、入るぞ。
Speaking a quiet voice and avoid waking Angie, she was asleep. Battler opened the door. Then just as the door opened, a chilly breeze drifted by. The breeze, which felt like outside air, immediately caught the attention of the pair and they looked at each other. Yes, please have some rest if you're feeling sleepy. Oh, thank you. It could be seen at a glance that Angie was in the parlor. The curtain on the wide open windows fluttered about.
Angie?
A blanket lay crumpled
Angie?
on the sofa. Sat there just as Angie had left it after waking up. The blanket was slightly warm. Clearly she'd been here until a short while ago.
Angie-sama, いらっしゃいませんか?
She obviously wasn't playing hide and seek. Angie was nowhere to be seen in the parlor. Battler peered out the open window into the rainy blackness. So she slipped out the window in this rain and went where?
エンジ様は窓から出て行かれた。
寝ぼけるにもちょいと程があるな。
She couldn't have left from the main entrance, so she probably doesn't have an umbrella. It was very hard to imagine a reason Angie might have for going outside in this weather. I have a bad feeling about this. This shouldn't be happening. I'm the game master of this game board, so why are we in a situation that the game master can't understand? A large bolt of lightning lit up the surrounding area for an instant, but I was unable to see any trace of Angie. I think I might actually just pause here. And I'm thinking, I know it was like literally like the shortest stream ever, but I'm thinking of having a later stream because I'm just so tired out of nowhere. Maybe it's been building up and I just didn't realize it. I don't know, but I'm gonna go take a nap. We played, damn, apparently like 20 minutes or so, right? If that. We barely played it. It feels better, bunny. Sweet dreams. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but I'll update when I go live again. Thank you guys for being here during this short little stream. We learned some more time travel and stuff. And at least there was like content in Umineko. It wasn't just like nothing, you know? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back soon. Hopefully I can still be awake. Yeah, hopefully. I'm manifesting it. Bye bye guys. See you next time. Oh. Oops, excuse me. I hope you're all doing well. I took a nap earlier. It was much needed. Sorry, let me clear my throat. As per usual, you know me. I be coughing if I be doing anything. Sorry. I can't control it. If I could not cough, I would not cough. But alas, I cough. Are we gonna have to solve more quizzes? Oh my god, it's the Sudoku question! Oh my god. Ah!
ワンホールを食べるのに30分かかるとして、食べ終わった時、お皿にケーキはいくつあるでしょう?
It's exactly what Keiichi told Satoko. That moment there was a roar of thunder and the lights flickered. The cheery voices vanished in an instant, like candles being blown out.
0個でしょ?
Hello, Anya. Hope you're doing well.
あんたが引っ掛けられた問題じゃない?
Oh, there's Burn Castle. Amidst the silence, one voice rang out and answered Lambda's riddle. The crowd parted, and the form of a girl, a 1,000-year-old witch, came into view. She had been invited. She was an official guest holding an invitation to this party.
遅刻してごめんなさい.
I'm fine, how about you? I'm doing better, thank you.
パーティーを盛り上げる催しの準備をしていたらすっかり遅くなってしまって。
As Burn Castle spoke, she looked around at everyone.
あら、かけらの海で朽ち果てたと思っていたら、
今は私の駒よ。素敵でしょ。
She stared at Leon and Will with an unnerving smile on her face, but she seemed to lose interest.
バトラはどこ？ベアと招待客が来たのよ。出迎えてほしいものだわ。
俺はここだ。
そなたを招きはだが、来るとは思わなかったのでな。なるほど。これは奇跡というわけだ。うまいことを言うじゃない。何をみんな静まり返っているの？パーティーでしょ。わざとらしいくらいに賑やかにしてちょうだい。それとも私を沈黙で迎えるという余興なの？
今度はお前の番だ。
何が？
バトラはどこだとお前は尋ねた。だから俺はここだと次はお前の番だ。
何の話だ？何かあったのか？
エンジェが消えた。ゲームマスターの俺にさえどこに行ったか。
そんなバカな。これはそなたのそんなことがあるわけがない。
エンジが消えたのがゲームマスターが他にいることになるわね。
そのようなことがあるというのか？ええ、私も驚いてるわ。胸がすくような楽しいゲームを始めようと全く同時にバトラもおかしなゲームを始めていたというわけ。
I was wondering about that.
ゲームマスターが2人なんておかしなこともあるものね。
それはつまりお前がエンジェをどこかに隠したと認めたということだな。
そうなるな。ゲームマスターのバトラの描いていないシナリオが生み出せるのはもう一人のゲームマスター殿しかいないということになるのだから。
パーティーを盛り上げる催しの準備ってやつ。
ラムダたちはクイズ大会で楽しく盛り上がってたわね。だから私もそれに加わることにしたわ。エンジェはその人質のつもりというわけか？そういうことよ。バトラあなたたちにゲームを挑みたいの。拒否権はないわ。エンジェが大事な妹なのね。
何が望みだ。
Sorry about that.
あんたとベアトを巡るゲームで私はラムダと賭けをしていた。それには私は負けたことを認め、少なくともラムダにはね。
ベルンってドライそうに見えてなかなか執念深いのね。つまりこういうことでしょ。私には負けたけどバトラやベアトに負けたわけじゃない。
Seemed as though Burncastle might smile, however she didn't. Those cold eyes spoke without words. Battler understood. He had played so many games against Beato. Those games had been a wordless message from Beato, so he knew. He understood.
俺たちと勝負したい。そういうことか。
恐ろしい敵であるぞ。
だが引けない。
分かっておる。エンジェをベルンカステル教のおもちゃにさせるわけにはいかない。
Beato understood as well. She understood why Burncastle was asking for one final battle.
ベルンが正々堂々となんてね。
笑
どうして？
ありがとう。
Lambda understood as well. Before the tale of Battler and Beato ended, before everything was locked away in the cat box, Burncastle had finally moved from the audience to the stage. The witch who had hidden off to the side of the stage, unwilling to come out into the light, would now show that she had the courage to step forward onto the stage itself. As a friend, Lambda showed that she understood Burncastle's human emotions, which had given her this courage.
私にできることは？
私のゲームの立ち会い人をお願い。
いいわよ。そのゲームに参加したらエンジェを解放することを約束できるならね。
当然であるぞ。その約束がないならばそなたの茶番に付き合う義理などない。義理はないけどエンジェは戻らないわよ。ならばそなたは負け犬の烙印を数百年間のんびり。
ベアト、挑発は要塞。引けない勝負だ。
Now that a hostage had been taken, their ability to negotiate had disappeared. However, Lambda Delta was agreeing to become an observer if that would make Burncastle promise to release Angie. Unless she held Burncastle to a promise like that, the latter would have nothing to lose. To make this final fight, Burncastle wanted a proper one. Lambda Delta made her agree to this.
無論よ、ラムダ。約束するわ。ゲームが終わったら、エンジェは解放する。
私の顔に泥を塗らな。私、書かされた恥は絶対に相手を後悔させるまで許さないんだから。
Lambda spoke in a soft, threatening tone. However, Burncastle laughed lightly as though the look on Lambda's face was merely cute.
誓うわ。私たちの友情にかけて。
Lambda Delta whistled and grinned. Apparently this was the most reliable oath Burncastle could utter.
わかった。
Lambda nodded, looking between Battler and Burncastle and spoke.
絶対の魔女ラムダデルタの名において、あんたたちの勝負の立ち会い人を引き受け、バトラー、ベアと異存はないわよね。
They nodded at each other, then nodded at Lambda to show their determination.
嬉しいわ。やっと私たちは戦えるのね。
いずれお前とは戦うことになると予感していた。
いつから？
わからない。ひょっとしたらお前の名を知るよりももっと前からかもしれない。
Okay, never mind. Battler vaguely remembered her speaking to him, somewhere in an unconscious world he couldn't recall. At the time, it sounded like she was giving him advice for his fight with Beato. But thinking back on it, there's a bit more to it than that. She might have been a cat fighting from the sidelines, too scared to go out in the bright sunlight. So I had a vague premonition that eventually we would stand opposed to each other on the game board in some way.
こいつもプレイヤーの一人だったんだ。ゲーム版を片付ける最後の最後で。こいつはやっと舞台に上がる勇気を持てた。俺はその勇気ある決闘の申し出をお前の駒だった。あの勇敢な女の名にかけてな。
私はエリカに決闘を押し付けたわ。勝ちたかった。それ以上に負けたくなかった。敗北の味を知るかもしれない恐怖が、そして今にして思うと、あの時のあんたたちに私は嫉妬していたんだわ。
エリカはお前の優秀な駒で俺の好敵手だった。その最後を見取らず忘却の深淵に葬ったお前を
Hello,
俺は
Zen.
許さな
Hope
い。
you're doing well.
どうしろというの？エリカに謝れと？
エリカを忘却の深淵から救え。そしてこのパーティーに招け。
エリカを救え？
わらわもバトラに同じだ。あやつは敵方の駒なれど、その役割に忠実であったに過ぎぬ。好敵手なくして
I don't care if you leave Erica in the abyss. She was a brat.
敵であることは変わらぬが、我らの大切な友人だ。
あれだけあんたたちを苦しめたのに。
俺たちはフェアに戦った。勝敗が互いの運命を分けたが、決闘を交わした俺たちはずっと友人だ。
ベルも友人になりたいのよね。だからベルもフェアに戦いたくなったんでしょ。
笑えば
笑わ
ぬ。むしろ歓迎だ。
人質を取ってるのに。
取らなきゃお前は舞台に出られなかったんだろ。
There had been no need to take a hostage. Battler and Beato had been more than willing to accept this final duel if Burncastle wished it. It's hard to make out anything from Burncastle's silent expression.
いいわ。
何が？
エリカを深淵から解放す。
よく決意したな。
For someone as proud as Burncastle, forgiving the peace so had caused her defeat should have been nearly unbearable. Rattler knew this, and he realized how much of this compassion had cost Burncastle. Burncastle snapped her fingers, and a black cat slipped out of her shadow.
深淵の奥底に存在に放り投げたから到着は遅れるかもしれない。
構わぬ。料理も酒も決して尽きることはないのだから。
おゆき、あの子をここに案内しなさい。
She gave this order. The cat melted into the darkness, its bell jingling.
まさかあんたがエリカを許すなんてね。
許す気はないわ。だからもう私の駒じゃない。誰かが拾えば、あんただってリオンたちを拾ったわけだし。
ベルンカステル、感謝する。
じゃあ甘ったるい時間はこれくらいでいい？すでに私には苦痛なの。
いいぜ。ゲームはどこでする？ここで賑やかにでも、静かないつもの場所でも、どこでも構わない。
ベルンカステル教がこれほどの大勢の前に姿を現す勇気を見せたのだ。これ以上いじめることもあるまいぞ。
そうだな。ならばいつものあの場所しかないだろうぜ。
ベル、問題ない？
ないわ。
ごめんね、パーティーのみんな。私たちはちょっと失敬するけれど、みんなは引き続き楽しんでいてちょ。ゼパル、フルフル、あんたたちが盛り上げてて。エリカが来たらみんなで歓迎してあげて。
ラムダデルタ教仰せのままに。
では招こうぞ。我らが思考を巡らして戦うにふさわしいいつものあの部屋へ。
When Battler snapped his fingers, space shattered. They are now in the smoking room of the witches, the place where the witches had once debated, schemed, and reasoned all they could. Burncastle had been invited there once again. The final game would now begin.
ゲームの用意はあるのか？
もちろん、じっくりと作り上げた自信作のゲームよ。
ゲームマスターがベルンで、バトラとベアとはプレイヤーということね。ベルンが殺人ゲームの物語を語り、プレイヤーの2人が人間のトリックで再構築できるかを挑む、いつものゲームね。
ベルンカステル教の描くシナリオがどのようなものか。
俺たちが青き真実で指摘し、そのルールで問題ないな。
私のゲームはただの犯人当てクイズ。あんたたちと赤やら青やらの攻防をやるつもりはないの。
へえ、それってどんなゲーム？先に見せてもらってもいい？
Burncastle held her palm upwards, and a palely glowing fragment appeared there. Linda dealt a brush with her hand and shut her eyes. Sorry, excuse me.
ね、簡単なゲームでしょ。
確かにこれはバトラたちがやっていた思考ゲームに比べたら、これはもはや魔女と人間のゲームじゃない。
そうよ、これはもはや人間の。
驚いたわ。ベアトというファンタジーと戦うためにベルンが用意したゲームが純粋なミステリーだったなんてね。
説明してくれ。
極めてシンプル。ベルンの用意した物語を還元。その中にはいくつかのルールがあるけれど、それに従って読み解くことで一なる真実、すなわち回答が得られるようにできているの。
つまり普通に推理小説だってことなのか？
なるほど。となれば赤と青の真実のつばぜり合いなどもはや不要ということか。
In Beatrice's games, the arguments have been whether the story was a mystery or not. However, Burncastle's game was a mystery. There's no need to argue over that from the start.
動機もトリックも切り捨てたあんたたちに求める答えはたった一点よ。
フーダニット。
なんと単純かつこれ以上ないほどに我らの決着に。
そうだな。 何の小細工もない、ストイックなまでにシンプルだ。
これは正真正銘の決闘である。
立ち会い人として宣言するわ。このゲームは解けるようにできている。つまりあんたたちの決闘の舞台として公平であることを保証する。ベル、これは老婆心だけれど、本当にいいの？バトラとベアとはミステリー好きで交際を始めたのよ。私にはよくひねったシナリオだとは思えるけれど、この二人に通用するかはちょっとわからないわよ。
私の精一杯のシナリオが通用しないなら、その時はその時よ。
大事なのはベルンカステル教が渾身の力で描いたゲームであること。
そうだな、それが俺たちに通じるかどうか。ただそれだけのシンプルなゲームなんだ。ラムだ、ありがとう。お前のおかげでこの決闘が正々堂々としたものであることが証明された。
どういたしまして。私も嬉しいわ。ベルンが挑むというこの貴重な戦いに立ち会わせてもらえるなんて光栄よ。
そなたを対戦相手に迎えられ、わらはもう。
私もよ。あんたを見下してた。勝負の場にでもせずにね。そんなそれまでの自分に虫唾が走る。だから決闘させて。
受けて立とうぞ。
私が勝ったら今度こそあんたを思いっきり見下してあげる。そしてもし私がきっと忘れているに違いない。あのか、
ベルンカステル、お前が勝とうと負けようとも、
何？
この決闘が終わったら俺たちは友人だ。
これ以上はやめて。くすぐったくて死んでしまいそう。
Lambda clapped her hands. A pleasant sound rang out.
朗読はベルンが？それとも私が引き受けようかしら？
朗読者は不要よ。朗読の巫女は自分の口を通して物語を脚色することも歪めることもできる。たとえ私のゲームに小細工がなくとも、朗読の術でいくらでもそれをすることができる。
そうであるな。それもまたゲームマスターの権利の一つ。
Hello. I hope you had a nice sleep, Golden Sorcerer.
あんたたちとしたい決闘はシンプルでありたいの。だから朗読者はいらない。あなたたちが自らの目と耳で物語を読みなさい。
いいの？それじゃベルンに有利なことがなくなっちゃうじゃない。
Yeah, I'm a lot less sleepy, thank you.
わかった。朗読者はいらない。俺たちが自分で物語を読む。
朗読者がいないということは、いわゆる物語のとがきに一切
受けて立つぞ、ベルンカステル。何の小細工もない正真正銘のミステリーの一騎打ち。お前の正々堂々を俺たちも正面から受け止めてやれ。
ありがとう。負けないわよ、私も。
それではダメであるな、ベルン教。
ああ、ミステリーを突きつける魔女はそんな態度じゃダメだぜ。ああ、全然ダメだな。
Barncastle, realizing what Battler and Buto were asking for, snorted. Lambda nodded her, telling her to enjoy this final duel to the fullest.
人間と魔女が仲良く肩を並べてミステリー談義なんてバカバカしいわ。笑えるわ。あんたたちの仲良しミステリーが私の用意したミステリーに通用するかどうか受けてみなさい。私のミステリー。
そうでなくては奇跡の魔女ベルンカステル教の挑戦状、確かに受け。
さあ 勝負開始だ。ゲームマスター後宮バトラ。そして無限の魔女ベアトリーチェがお相手してやる。ぶっ飛ばされても泣くんじゃねえぞ。
Lola, stop eating that. No.
食らうといいわ。これがベルンカステルのミステリー。
Berncastle Mystery! She took a fragment containing the game and smashed it against the table, shattering it with a brilliant light as the game scenario laid itself out. The curtain rose. Ooh, it's about to happen. On the mystery Berncastle had created. Interesting. No sound but that of the falling rain filled the room. It covered the tragic scene of the bloody dining hall. At some point, Angie had fainted and fallen on the floor. Sorry. Now her consciousness was slowly returning, forcing her to remember what happened in this room, so she reflexively reverted her gaze even before the memory overtook her. 6 bodies lay in the blood-stained dining hall. Strangely enough, as her consciousness returned bit by bit, the terrifying scene before her somehow seemed less intense. This time, Angie was able to look at the 6 corpses well enough to make out who they were. First, those are my own 2 parents. Their pitiful sight, colored red by a bloody makeup. And lying next to them is Hideyoshi and Ava. Uncle Hideyoshi, the uncle who always says funny things that makes me laugh. And Ava, the aunt who seemed to be so fond of me. Genji-san, the servant, is lying over there, and the one right next to him is Aunt Rosa. 6 people, full 6 people, had their lives taken from them and are lying in this room. Maybe I cried myself out before I fell unconscious. The scene before me was still terribly painful. Sorry, but I was somehow able to look at it without losing my head. I'd already felt all the sadness I could at my parents' death. The next emotion that rose up inside me was a desire to check and see that everyone else was okay. In that instant, I heard a scraping sound. Just as I was about to relax again, thinking I must have imagined it, I heard the same sound again. It was probably coming from the door. Someone was clawing at the door from the outside. Of course, I had no way of knowing who it was. However, for some reason, I was sure that it was the black cat scratching at the door. The black cat was telling me to leave this room. I understood and put my hand on the doorknob. I immediately noticed something odd. The door was locked. The same bad feeling I'd felt after being locked in the parlor crawled up my spine. However, unlike the time in the parlor, this door unlocked itself easily when I turned the knob. I unlocked it and opened the door. Beyond the door, I could see a dimly lit hallway and a cat dashing away from me. And it stopped. Its emerald eyes glittered in the darkness as though it was waiting for me to follow. The hallway was dark and wrapped in an eerie silence. When the black cat saw that I was coming, it walked forward as if guiding me. I could hear nothing except the creaking of the floor, the bell of the cat, and the sound of the storm outside. The party is being held in the hall. I should be able to hear at least a little of the noise from this hallway.
私が食堂で意識を失ってる間に深夜になっちゃったのかな。
It was a reasonable conclusion. Then we finally reached the main hall. The hall was frigid and no trace of that party had remained. Could all that fun have just been an illusion? The cat's bell rang out. When I looked up, I saw it had its feet on the stairway to the 2nd floor, urging me to follow it. The black cat seemed to nod, then silently went up the stairs. Guests were allowed to go wherever they wanted on the 1st floor, but the 2nd floor was Krause's family's house, and I remembered getting in trouble for trying to go up there. However, at the moment I couldn't think of any options other than following the cat. I walked along the dark hallway with the black cat. Eventually we reached one of the doors. The black cat scratched at the door, then turned to look at me. It must have been telling me to open it. Put my hand on the doorknob and felt the resistance of a lock again. The door is locked. I turned around and tell the cat this, but unexpectedly, a single K lay right in front of the cat. Angie picked it up and stuck it in the keyhole. As she did, she finally noticed something strange within her fingertips. Blood. Somehow Andrew's fingertips had been stained red with blood. She let out a short cry and the key slipped and fell to the ground. She finally realized, in the darkness she hadn't noticed before, the black cat's key was covered with blood. The emotions that had gone numb in Angie sprang back. So it's probably Genji's key, right? Terrified scream rang out through the dark hallway. Even so, Angie would eventually open that door, and the door led to Natsu's room. Natsu's room was a terrible mess. Blankets and sheets were torn, cosmetics and books lay all over the place, as though a typhoon had just ripped through it. And there were corpses. Cross and Natsuhi's corpse lay sprawled on the floor. Very shortly, Angie will step into this room. She will then scream in terror once more. And it isn't limited to the dining hall in Natsuhi's room. In the stormy rose garden, Shannon's tragic corpse lies exposed. Ugh, she still scares me. Partway down the path to the rose garden is Jessica's corpse. When Angie finds that, she'll probably dash crying and screaming into the guest house. And death awaits her inside the guest house as well. Just inside the front door is Nando's corpse. The servant room nearby, even Goda and Kumasawa lie dead. The total number of corpses is 13. A full 13 corpses are waiting for Angie. They wait in the mansion of the guest house on this desolate Rokunjima. This is Burn Castle story. So that means it has nothing to do with Beato, right? Which means it could be George, because he's a psychopath. For Angie, exposed to the wind and rain and tormented by thunder to find them. OST goes hard? Yeah, for sure. Oh, the first twilight. Woof. The tragedy of the first twilight was discovered at 6 in the morning on the following day. Goda, who had woken up to get breakfast ready, went to check on the adult siblings who had remained in the dining hall since the previous night because of the family conference. I thought Goda died. Then they say, yeah. Oda and Kumasawa lie dead in the servant room. Huh?
死体発見時のことを話してる。
食堂は施錠されていました。
Oh, it's in purple.
確かに食堂に鍵はついていますが、普段施錠することなどありません。
Oh God.
ノックしたのですが、返事はなく。
そこに私が来たのです。
Yeah, aren't you dead too?
万一のこともあるから鍵を開けてみたらと勧めたので。
マスターキーで扉を開けると中は恐ろしいことに。
エヴァ様、秀吉様、ルドルフ様、キリエ様、ローザ様、そして計6人が血まみれになって倒れていたのでございます。
それであとは大騒ぎだ。全員が食堂に集まった。
思い出したくもあります。それぞれの親の亡骸にすがり泣き叫ぶ子供たち。ひょっとしたら生きているかもとみんな懸命に揺さぶってたぜ。
しかしダメでした。
Oh, she scares
お
me.
子様方はそれぞれ自分の親が間違いなく死んでいることを確認なさいました。
Yeah, it doesn't mean any of the children are in on it.
僕と南條さん、源氏様が死んでいることを確認しました。
You guys could be in on it. I don't trust any of you. Any of you could be lying.
むごたらしい殺され方でした。私でなくとも誰も検視は謝りません。
Oh, apparently. See, but how can I trust? Does that mean everyone's telling the truth? Oh gosh.
犠牲者はみんな即死だったろうね。
食堂内を調べた結果、扉も窓も全て施錠され、密室であったことが分かった。
It's a servant then.
そして食堂内に
I don't know. Dude, I'm so tired of thinking. I'm just kidding.
もちろん
George
食
scares
堂内
me.
に何者かが隠れているということもなかった。
隠れるも何も、私たちは今ここに全員がいるではないかね。誰も隠れていないことは明白だ。
でも父さん、殺された6人、食堂は密室。どうやって殺して逃げたんだ。考えたくはありませんが、マスターキーを持つ使用人が怪しいでしょう。
Here. Or they got a servant key from
マスター
Genji.
キーで施錠して食堂を出た。妥当な推理だ。
とんでもありません。
I don't trust you, Gota. Since there was no chance of the culprit hiding inside the dining hall, it made sense to assume that the culprit locked the door after committing the murder and exiting the room. It was only natural that the servants with their master keys would fall under suspicion. And sadly, none of the servants had an alibi. Then again, it wasn't only the servants, everyone else lacked an alibi as well.
マスターキー以外の方法で外から施錠する手段は
存在しない。これじゃ赤き真実で語るわ。すべての扉の施錠、解錠はもちろん部屋の内側からはマスターキーがなくとも施錠、解錠が
だそうよ。他に質問は？
マスターキーの他にも各部屋固有の鍵があるはずでは。
本来なら存在するわ。でもゲームが複雑になるので排除させてもらった。赤き真実、マスターキー以外の鍵は存在しないこととする。
つまりこのゲームに登場する全ての施錠はマスターキーでしか。
そうなるわね。実にシンプルなゲームだわ。
となれば次はマスターキーの本数と所持者を確定せねばな。
マスターキーは合計5人の使用人が特別な方法で管理。マスターキーは常に身につけられており、奪うことも譲渡することも自分以外の人間が使用することもできない。
なんだそれ。
Well, what if they take Genji's key?
それはもはや鍵ってより指紋認証システムみたいなもんだな。
面白い例えよ。つまりこのゲームの世界ではマスターキー云々ではなく、使用人5人にしか開閉はできぬというわけ。
Genji probably locked them all in them and there and killed all of them because he's fucking crazy, and then killed himself because he's in on it. Because they're all
源氏さ
crazy.
んのマスターキーを回収しようとしたんだが、どうに
後のトラブルを予防するため源氏のマスターキーを破壊しておきました。
Oh, okay. How did Genji find, or not Genji, how did Angie find a blood key? Obviously the murderer left the key there. After killing them. Which means... This was the crime of the first twilight. The scene was the locked closed room of the dining hall. None of the servants holding master keys had alibis. And again, no one else had an alibi either. Oh jeez, here we go. Everyone returned to the parlor to discuss what should be done next. The phones were out, so they couldn't contact the police. Was the mysterious culprit hiding away somewhere, planning to attack their next victim at this very moment? Like if this is a separate thing from the whole story. Yeah, but I don't trust Genji. Well, then it's probably a servant. But I thought it was a servant before they even talked about the master keys. Or it's a servant working with someone. None of them had alibis, and any one of them could have been a culprit. Sorry. I got a shot yesterday and it's so itchy. However, that tense feeling didn't last long. By midday, everyone got tired of arguing and they decided to take a break. Krause and Nazi announced that they wanted to talk with each other alone and went up to the second floor. That was the beginning, and after that, everyone went their separate ways now and then, such as to head to the bathroom and gaze at the endless rain. However, no matter how much time passed, Krause and Natsuki were the only ones who didn't return. Calls were sent to both Krause and Natsuki's room using the extension phone line, but there was no answer. Something might have happened. Everyone headed to Krause and Natsuki's room together, and in Natsuki's room they found Krause and Natsuki lying sprawled on the floor.
奥様の部屋は施錠されておりました。食堂の時と同じです。
皆さんの許可を得て私が鍵を開けました。
部屋の中にはクラウス様と夏日様が倒れていました。
南條先生がすぐに脈を取ったぜ。そして2人とも即死だったと宣言した。
はい、私が2人の死亡を確認しました。あれは間違いなく即死でした。
私は何かの手がかりがないか部屋、その結果窓も扉も完全に施錠されていて密室だったことが分かった。
またしても密室、またしてもマスターキーを持つ私たちが疑われることに。
Yeah, well, it's all you guys in other fucking games. I know it's not related, but I'm saying maybe there's reason to suspect you.
奥様に疑われていた私たちは互いを見張り合っていたのです。
私たち使用人全員は常に一緒におりました。
僕たち使用人全員は
I thought none of them had an alibi. What happened to them not having an alibi? Now they have one? What is up with that?
こりゃ面白い。今度はさらに完璧な密室だって言いたいのか。
最初の密室には全員にアリバイ、そして今度の密室には
Oh,
全員にア
okay.
リバイがあることになった。
Well, thank you for explaining Burn Castle, because I was confused. Oh, I hate thinking.
この世界では使用人たちそのものがいつその使用人たちのアリバイが完璧である以上、夏日の部屋の施錠は不可能です。
僕たちは現場を保全することにした。
Sword, you terrify me.
外からガムテープでベタベタと窓や扉を封印したよ。
きっとこの部屋に犯人の何かの手がかりが残ってるはず。警察が来るまで絶対誰の出入りもできないようにした。
となりゃ食堂も同じだ。俺たちはさらに食堂も同様に封印した。
そもそも屋敷自体を保全するべきではということに、屋敷自体にも封印をし、私たちは全員ゲストハウスに避難しました。
It's just too much.
屋敷全体に封印？窓全部をベタベタとか？はしごをかけて3階の窓までか？
ゲームが複雑になるので、全ての窓には鉄格子が入っており、よって玄関と裏口の2つの扉を封印するだけで屋敷は封印できることにする。
なるほどな。そりゃ簡単だ。
どう考
夏日おばさんの部屋にいた2人を殺すこと自体はたやすい。ノックをして開けてもらえばいいだけの話だ。しかし、
true.
その後に施錠ができない。
える？施錠は使用人にしか、使用人全員にはアリバイがあるぞ。
使用人全員がグルって可能性さえ限るな。俺はそれより第一の番をまだ疑う。
食堂で死んでいた6人の誰かが生きていて犯行を。
エリカの影響でな。どうにもケンシってやつを疑わずには。
Exactly.
つまり
I don't trust
最初の
anyone.
食堂の6人の犠牲者の誰かが生きていた。
ああ、そしてその後クラウス夫妻を殺した。そして内側から施錠し室内に隠れていて木を見て逃げ出したんだ。
筋の通
I don't
った
think
推
that's
理
it,
である。
but
赤で語るわ。第一の番の犯人が確実に6人を殺している。
ならばわらわも青きし密室の正体はこうだ。犯人は内側から施錠し夏日の部屋内に隠れていたのだ。そして一同が退出した後、
いいわ。赤で否定する。一同は退出と同時に部屋を封印した。
the group.
その退出に犯人は加わる。
Oh, okay.
そして夏日の部屋、食堂、屋敷のすべての封印は決して破られることはない。
ってことはつまりベッドの下に隠れて後でこっそり抜け出すというトリックは使えない。
面白い。なかなかだぜベルンカステレ。
どうも。
This was the crime of the second twilight. The scene was Natsu's room, a locked closed room. This time all the servants with master keys have alibis. The whole group, realizing the dangers of being inside the mansion, took shelter in the guest house. All those who took refuge in the guest house decided to hole up in there until the typhoon passed. Therefore, everyone watched everyone else. If everyone watched everyone else, they should be able to prevent further crimes from both the inside and outside. However, they wouldn't be able to keep up without any breaks until the typhoon passed. Once again, their actions left a weak point open, and they were faced with yet another tragedy.
養子で表へ出たシャノンちゃんとカノン君がいつまでも戻らないんだ。
I thought only Shannon died.
ジョージ兄さんの騒ぎだし、全員で外に出てシャノンたちを探すことになったんだ。
シャノンさんはバラ庭園に倒れておりました。
I forgot Ken was still alive though.
生きててくれと願ったさ。でも僕は彼女が死んでいることを。
I was forced to acknowledge that she was dead. That's a very interesting way of phrasing that. That's like how he was forced to acknowledge from Hideyoshi that she was dead, not like I examined her body and knew. I'm just saying. Training might not be dead.
私も検視し。
Yeah, well, no one trusts you, Nanjo.
二人が出かけた時、私たちはゲストハウスの戸締まりを確認するためにいろいろとやっていました。だから私たちにはみんなアリバイがないのです。
僕が殺すものか。
Yeah, I could see it, you psycho.
僕に殺せるものか。
How could I have killed her? ジョージお兄ちゃんには殺せないね。
No, you're wrong, Maria. You don't know shit,
その後、
little girl.
ジョージ兄さんにだけはアリバイがあることが分かったんだ。
Fine.
シャノン殺しに限っては
Fine.
ジョージ兄さんには不可能なんだ。
Fine. What's it all about?
逆に言えばジョージの兄貴以外なら誰にでも殺したわけだ。
That's... Screw you, Ryokishi.
犯人に悪用されるのを防ぐため、シャノンさんの持ってたマスターキーはその場で破壊しました。
What about Cannon? Where's Cannon?
シャノンが殺されると同時に、カノンは永遠に行方不明となるわ。以後、カノンは殺されたものとして扱う。カノンのマスターキーも破壊されたものとして扱うわ。
Why is he being treated as killed? Why not just say he was killed? I am confused.
まあ無粋だから割愛するけど、シャノンが死んだんだからそういうことになるわよね。
つまり、死体はなくともシャノンとカノンは同時に殺されたという解釈で良いのか。
Interesting.
そうなるわ。
順調に事件が進んでいくな。
That was the crime of the fourth twilight. The scene was the rose garden. There were no locks or doors. It wasn't a closed room, so the master keys were no longer a factor. And the pace of the crimes began to accelerate. Oh, I don't know, dude. Who knows? Who knows? Everyone took shelter in the gate. So they killed off all the servants! Oh, for fuck's sake. Everyone took shelter in the guest house. They carefully sealed the doors and windows, locking themselves in a closed room. However, several closed room murders have already occurred. Could locking themselves in a closed room do anything more than invite another tragedy? After arguing fiercely in the cousin room about finding the culprit, they decided they should double-check Nanjo Kumasawa and Goda's testimony. And there they learned the tragic occurrence had... Oh, Nanjo! You sussy baka! Nanjo's still alive! And there they learned that a tragedy had occurred once more.
大田さんも熊沢さんもこの傷では即死だったでしょう。
I don't know. I don't trust anyone. The plot twist. It's been Battler the whole time. I'm just kidding. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's Jessica because she grew up in this mansion, so she knows. I don't know.
戸締まり確認、見回りとかいろいろやってたからな。
I don't know.
今回もまた俺たち。
Oh, it don't matter because of the none of this matters because of the servant key stuff. Until I figure that out, none of this it doesn't matter.
そんなことはないよ。見てごらん。あんな殺し方をしたら絶対に犯人は返り血を浴びるはずなんだ。
でもいとこ全員も、そ
Yeah,
し
what
て
are
南
you
條先生も。
Stupid, George? Are you dumb, George? All the people have been killed and there's been no blood splatter. You dummy, dumb.
つまりいとこ4人と南條先生にはゴーダさんと熊沢さんは殺せない。
No, see, I don't believe that.
となれば犯人は俺たち以外の誰かであることは明白だ。
Probably
何者
not.
かの侵入を疑って調べてゲストハウスの戸締まりは
No, it's Why did George have to have an alibi? Because he's so suspicious.
犯人はや
Oh my god, I
は
don't trust
り
any
マ
of
ス
these
ターキーを
people.
持っているのかもしれません。
それはありえねえぞ。マスターキーはもうここで死んでる2人の2本以外存在しない。
現存する2本のマスターキーがゲストハウスは完璧な密室なんだ。
完璧でないから人が死んだんだけどね。
Well, you're not wrong, Maria. This was the crime of the 5th and 6th Twilights. The scene was a closed room known as the guest house. Goda and Kumasawa's master keys were also destroyed, meaning that all master keys have now been lost. I don't know if that was the best idea. Now no one can break into this closed room guest house. At least that should have been the case. That obviously because it's one of them. This time Dr. Nanjo was killed. Damn it, every time I'm suspicious of someone they die. He died in the entrance hall of the guest house. What is it, Jessica or Battler? That's crazy. It's far too foolish of him to come here alone to check that everything was locked.
死んでる。殺されてる。
僕でさえこれは即死だったに違いない。
What do you mean even you?
一目でわかる。
戸締まりは完璧だよ。
I guess Maria could do shit. I doubt Maria's gonna be able to kill everyone instantaneously though.
密室なのにどうして？
What if George... They didn't even explain George's alibi. What if it's fake?
じゃあ俺たちの中に犯人がいるってことになるぞ。
それはありえない。状況から判断して私にもマリアにもバトラにもジョージ兄さんにも南條先生は殺せない。
そもそもゲストハウス内で南條先生を殺すことは不可能なんだ。
しかもつまりこいつは南條先生がゲストハウスを出ていない証拠だ。
じゃあ南條先生は殺せないってこと
What
なの
about
に
Dr.
なんで
Nanjo?
殺されてるの？
No one can answer that innocent question. This was the 7th twilight. Once again, the crime scene was the closed room known as the guest house. Various bits of evidence made this crime scene even more impossible. Then the tragedy reached the 8th twilight, the final one. What? I thought we were done. Who else dies? Jessica? For now, it's clear that holding up wouldn't keep them safe. Jessica might have chosen anger as a way to numb her fear. She flew out of the guest house in a rage, searching for the culprit that surely hid somewhere outside. George, Battler, and Maria hurriedly chased after her. And outside the building, they found Jessica lying on the ground. It was, as anyone could tell at a glance, a gruesome corpse. Jesus! Well, now I don't know who it is.
これで生きているわけがないの。
Does someone have a sniper or something?
俺たちは3人でずっと一緒だった。俺もジョージの兄貴もマリアも。ジェシカは殺せねえぞ。
Well, hold on. This has happened before. Where apparently everyone had an alibi except... two of them must be working together. And one of them's not in on it. I think? I don't know. I just know it was in Ava's game where that happened, but I don't even remember how it made sense.
私たち3人にジェシカは殺せない。
Are you sure?
マリアちゃんが人なんか殺すもんか。
George, I think it's you.
マリアちゃんには誰も殺せないよ。
ありがとう。ジョージお兄ちゃんだって大人は
Or maybe these two are in on it with the killer.
子供は殺せるけ
He could kill a kid though. See, look at them defending each other. Tyler's probably clueless. I don't think it's Battler. This was the 8th twilight. The crime scene was outside. However, the three chased after Jessica have alibis. Well, maybe I'm just wrong and there's someone else on the island. Is it Beato? We haven't seen Beato around. Wait, is it Angie? Angie had the bloody key. Is it? I don't know, dude. So is it Kinzo? What about Kinzo? We haven't seen him. So is there really someone hiding on this island apart from the Shinomiya family? The curtain is lowered on this tale for now.
これで私の物語はおしまいよ。
なかなかよくできてるじゃない。ちゃんと朗読したならベアとのゲームに混じってても不思議じゃない物語だったわ。
それは認めるぜ。よくできてた。まあ、
ここから朗読して感激に耐えるものにするのが骨なのであるが、
しかし何が何だかさっぱりだぜ。
I might pause here. Oh. And go to the next game. Wait 5 minutes if you want. Okay. I wasn't sure if the scene was about to end or not.
まともに考えたら犯人は後宮家以外の謎の人物ってことになっちまう。
それは魔女を認めるも同じだ。他にも犯人に協力する共犯者の存在などが疑えるだろ
う。そもそもあの紫の文字は何なんだ。新しいルールか。
紫の発言、話を分かりやすくするために紫の発言は重要な発言であると認識してくれれば結構。逆に言えば紫でない発言は無視することも可能かもしれない。
ほう、そりゃ親切な話だな。
では紫の発言は赤き紫
紫の発言は赤き真実と同じ力があると考えただし、人それは犯人は紫の発言で嘘をつくことができるということは。
なるほど。逆に言えば犯人以外は嘘をつけないってわけだ。
So Nanjo's a culprit. And so is someone else.
紫の発言、これがどうやらベルンカステル教の
Or
ゲ
maybe
ーム
I'm
の鍵であるわけ。
imagine Nanjo hasn't done anything and this poor guy's getting roasted by me relentlessly, being so suspicious of him when he really was just minding his business. But maybe he's not minding his business. Maybe he is the killer. Or the definition of the culprit is the one who murders. Oh. Well, dang it. Maybe there's more than one murderer, though. It's possible for a culprit to lie. It's possible for a culprit to lie even before committing murder. Characters who are not culprits only speak the truth. I'm sure this is possible for me to figure out if I really, really went back, reread everything, but am I gonna do that? No. Characters who are not culprits may not cooperate with a culprit. Wait, what if they are a culprit must carry out all murders directly by their own hand. A culprit must not die. A culprit must be among the characters appearing in the story. A culprit must not die is a wild one. Oh, then I don't know. Well, we know George. It has to be George. George can lie. Jessica said he had an alibi too, though. Well, maybe... Oh, I don't know. Purple statements are the absolute red truths. However, the culprit alone may lie with purple statements. It's gotta be George.
犯人の定義は殺人者であるか。
Or no, because Maria and George were talking about each other at the end. Maybe, I don't know. There's too many possibilities. Or rather, there's like no possibilities. But because there's none, everyone's suspicious. But apparently the culprit can't die, so hello?
これももっともな話である。
犯人は殺人以前にそりゃそうだろうな。
犯人でない人物はありがたい話であるな。
Oh, they only speak truth. Okay.
犯人でない人物は犯人に協力しないですって。
Maybe it's Battler then. Is it Battler? I don't know. Nothing makes sense.
これはつまり口裏を合わせる共犯者がいないということか。
やられたな。犯人をかばってアリバイを捏造している奴がいると疑ってたんだが。
おあいにくね。
犯人は全ての殺人を自らの手で直接、つまりトラップなどの遠距離殺人、間接殺人はないというわけだ。
犯人が死ぬことはない。つまり殺害後密室を構築して自殺ってことはないってわけか。
それはつまり死者は犯人ではないってことにもなるわね。
But how do we know that they're really dead? George said he was forced to acknowledge that that Shannon was dead. Shannon's the culprit! He was forced to acknowledge it. And we didn't hear by who. It's gotta be Shannon! Am I genius? Or am I stupid? Like, there's no way they phrase it like that when all the other ones were phrased differently. Unless I'm just stupid, which is also a big possibility.
未知の人物が島に紛れ込んでってのはなしってわけだ。
It's gotta be Shannon, right? What else would make sense?
金蔵を除いていつものお約束の17人よ。それ以外は登場しないし関係もない。
But wasn't Shannon's key destroyed? But we don't need the key after that.
紫の発言
Do you?
赤き真実と同じ価値がある。ただし犯人のみ紫の発言で嘘がつく。これが厄介だよ。
And Shannon's the one, or maybe it was Cannon, I don't know, who was like, all the servants have alibis. Do they? Because it was just you two saying it.
ゲームの肝ってところだろうぜ。それで
I think I'm putting shit together. Or I'm not, I don't know.
最後に付け加えるとしたら朗読者は嘘をつかない。つまりやってもよかったけれどゲームが複雑になってめんどくさいし。
Could have added that stuff if I wanted to be pain and make things complicated.
魔女の特権を自ら手放大した余裕であるな。
それでも勝てるつもりなんだろうぜ。
私からは以上で全てよ。これ以上は何の質問もヒントも出すつもりはないわ。
立ち会い人として最後に改めて宣言。以上の情報で犯人が特定できることを保証する。
よし、了解した。
腕が鳴るぞ。ソナタと共にまた同じミステリーに挑めるとはな。
ああ、楽しませてもらおうぜ。
Kind of crazy that someone went and murdered everyone. Wow. This is a real game between you and me. I recommend finding some paper and something to write with. Well, see, Ryokishi, maybe if you didn't write the character George, I would actually do that. That is if you really intend to fight me. Yeah, that's right, weak sauce. That's me. If you do get completely stuck, maybe you should listen in on Battler and Beatrice's reasoning. I'll have this be hints for when you get absolutely stuck, you can't move forward. So I'd rather fight you one-on-one. If you plan to enjoy our little duel, then try defeating me by your own power alone without relying on hints. Okay, let's enjoy ourselves, shall we? Enjoy this game that I've created just for you. Oh, Ryukishi, woo. Well then. Oh shit! This is crazy! Damn, so they actually want me to do this shit. I can't just like, okay, well, I'll have to come back to this then.